am Teepa Snow, and this is Dawn Kirby. She is an amazing woman. She's also a mom. And it turns out I just found out a second ago in the world of physical therapy. So Dawn, tell us a little bit about you and how you came into the world that I live in a lot.
Okay. Well, I've been a physical therapist assistant for almost 24 years. I started out actually in special education at a school as an aide and decided that I would like to pursue physical therapy. And at that time, I was a mom of young kids, but we had a physical therapy assistant program nearby, and I was married and still am. And so I got into that type of field and I love it. Right now, I currently work as a physical therapist assistant on the home care part of it. So I do see a lot of elderly people, Parkinson's, dementia, those type of things. So that's kind of how I got along with that.
But you have a particular story. It's a little less yay and more wow. I mean, a lot more wow. So,
yes. Unfortunately, my story and my journey in life kind of took a turn. I'd lost several of my family members, but my youngest daughter, Kara, was planning to have a baby. She'd gone through in vitro, doing, just the wonderful things, be a grandma again type thing. And that's always exciting. And anyway, as she approached having the baby, my niece was killed in a car accident 6 weeks before the baby. She was only 16. Kara has the baby. 3 days later, Grandpa dies, my stepdad of 40 some years. And so Kara was, of course, just been through a hormonal mess, having a baby, and of course, then a lot of post-trauma. So anyway, as the months went on, we thought this just doesn't seem like postpartum. She was becoming very OCD. She was becoming very irrational in her behaviors. Her personality had changed. And we had seen maybe some signs of that prior, but you have always an excuse. Okay.
Yeah, when you're pregnant.
You're pregnant. That's an excuse for lots of things.
Yeah.
Especially hormonally, you're just kind of emotional or, a little bit OCD about worrying about your new firstborn, as firstborn moms, we're that way. Yeah. So several months into it, she started telling me about this, quote, devil voice that she had, that she was hearing, and as we found out later, an auditory hallucination type thing. But it was more of a thing that, I'm like, okay, this is not normal. We need to, investigate this. So, of course, we went the psychiatric direction because that's what it all seemed to be.
Yeah, I mean, you had a lot of things that spoke to, and how old was your daughter at that time?
Oh, yes. At that time, Kara was only 28.
28.
Okay. 28.
So she's a 28-year-old who had lost her grandfather. She had lost her cousin. Yeah, who they were pretty decently close.
That was her mini-me. Extremely close.
Ouch. Okay, so that was really hard on her. She had just had a child that she had to work hard to have the child. So that wasn't just with in vitro, sometimes chemicals in the brain, chemicals in the body. And
exactly.
She's been doing that for a while. So, I mean, there's lots of reasons to suspect there's something neurologically, chemically going on here, but you weren't thinking structurally, you're thinking neurologically, chemically.
Chemically, yes, exactly. So we went to the psychiatrist, and of course, he was like listening to what she had to say. And he was thinking, okay, let's try these medications. We're going to try to get some of this under control. She'd become very OCD, very much washing her hands till they bled, just all types of things. She wasn't making rational decisions. Like
were you guys intimately involved with her child rearing at that time too? And
we had to be, yes.
Well, I know people will be thinking, did she still have the child? So I thought I'd go ahead and ask the question that I'm sure everybody's thinking about at this moment with a newborn. So you were managing. Now I'm taking a step back from your daughter and going, you're managing a newborn, probably a distressed husband.
Yes.
Your daughter, who's not actually acting like your daughter much. You're also working still. I'm
Yes.
assuming. Yeah.
Yes.
And you had lost your stepdad of 40 plus years and your niece.
Yes. Who was the daughter of my baby sister who had passed away at 34 of cancer.
Oh.
So she was more than just my niece.
Oh my gosh. Ow, ow, ow.
She would say to me, Mom, if someone could just spend 10 minutes in my head, they would know the nightmare I'm living. And it was just horrible. And, people, it's bad enough. I mean, people don't really understand anxiety, depression, postpartum, how severe that in itself can be.
Yeah.
And then she just kept getting worse. And like you said, this is not my daughter.